Hello there. This is Trading with Confidence, and I'm John Breland. And today I'm going to do an analysis of the Bitcoin market. So this is Bitcoin daily, this is volume, this is stochastics RSI, and this is the surge oscillator that I developed myself. So in my last video, we were in this area here. Actually, I made two videos right here, and I said to stay short. Don't think that this green candle here is going to go anywhere. It did go up to here, but it immediately went back down. It wasn't one of these kind of moves or these kind of moves here, and so you can see that in the past. And if you look at my other videos, and before this video, the couple videos I made here, I made a video here to go short in this area. So it's very interesting that this particular video that I made, which ended up being a very good short trade, I got no views on it, no likes at all. And I think it's because at this time, if you imagine not seeing this data here, at this time the market was just moving up. And I was reading a lot of other people's analyses of the market, and pretty much everybody was bullish. And it's so because it's there's finally we're getting success in the market. The market's been coming down, and people are so happy about that they're actually making money trading up. And but I saw a short signal up here, and this is what actually happened. So so I want to go over what how I knew that and what's happening right now. So first of all, let me explain what I have up here on the chart. So I've circled or ovaled the lows as this market went up, and then the highs as this market went up. Markets tend to go like in Z patterns, right? So and you can see that these arrows here point from low to higher low, and then from high to higher high. Okay, so if you go down directly down to the surge, you'll see that the surge, this particular arrow corresponds to this arrow. So the surge was making a lower low here. And at the end, the surge was making a lower high, even though the market was making a higher high. And so the signal to take a short is when you see this opposite, right? You wait for the timing of the surge to turn around, and also for the stochastics to turn. So the stochastics is a little bit late. Okay, I mean, we saw stochastics high up here. So what we want to see is stochastics high and this particular pattern for shorting. Okay, so so what you'll see is as the surge moves down like this, the market will still be moving up, and likewise in the opposite direction. So the signal, or one signal that could be that a trader could take with the system, is wait for the surge to start moving down with an opposite candle moving the opposite direction. So this doesn't always occur, but if it does occur, it's a good indication to be getting to try to take the trade in the other direction. And the other option is to wait for stochastics to turn. So that occurred right about there, or right in here. So then you take a pullback. So and what I like to do is I like to take the Fibonacci tool, and I like to drag it between the high and the most recent low after the turn, right after the turn, and try to take a 786 pullback, which is right up here, and it peaked right to that 786 level, and that would be the entry. And it doesn't always happen that it goes to the 786 level. Sometimes it'll go to the 618. A good rule of thumb is to get in at the point at 1/2 And in this case, at the 1/2 level, you'll get in right here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 days of it just kind of bouncing around your area of where you sold it, right? Whereas at the 786, if it does reach it there, it's pretty much a very you're in the profit almost immediately. And here went up there again, but yeah, I mean this tool. I mean, sometimes you can take the 618 and then you're a little bit more. You can be a little bit more comfortable. That gave you probably 3 days of sweating it out a little bit. But anyway, that's another option for taking the for the entry to get into these trades. So the short was here, and it worked pretty well. It was actually a very good short. I'll be honest, I'm in America and I can't trade short, so I couldn't take this trade, and I have been waiting ever since I got out of this particular trade. I have been waiting to go long again, and it's finally starting to develop now, which I'm happy to finally see because it's been a while. But in my last couple videos, we were down here, and I saw that this wasn't going to go. And the reason I saw that was because I saw this particular pattern, which at the time as it was developing, I started to recognize it was going to develop into one of these. Now, the way this works is we have a higher. This is like a reaction wave to this down wave. So we had a higher high and then here one with high and then higher high. What happens is that the surge produces a kind of a lower high point here, and then the stochastic reaches a high point like 80 or above. In this case, it didn't quite get to 80, but it was still on a relative high area. And this was the short, the continuance down short. So when I made the call here, I was thinking from this point it was probably going to go down, it must have been some kind of stop run or something that took it all the way up here. that was kind of scary because I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is not working, but it ended up working. So so I'm still in a short stance right now on Bitcoin, even though we have this green candle right here. I think that I want to see a completion of the turn and of the surge moving around like this, and then I'll be ready to jump in. I think this could be a pretty good trade going up here. If the market shoots down, it's possible the market will shoot down if it ends up being the same, like an equidistant move. It could shoot down to here, and then we get a buy at this level of resistance down here. That's very possible. I don't think it's as likely, but it is possible because we've had pretty large bars recently. Here's a pretty large bar here. Something drastic has to happen to get this large bar to occur, but it's large enough to get it down to this area. So it is possible. I'm not sure if it really will happen, but I know what will happen is stochastic somewhere down in here. Stochastic is going to turn up, and then that's a good time to consider taking your pullback trade in the opposite direction, as I explained right here. So that is what I'm seeing, and I want to say that on a higher time frame as well. This is also happening on a time frame that's 4 times the size. I mean, in other words, it's three times. It's just on the 3-day time frame. This same picture is developing. So what you see on the 1 day is this zigzag pattern where it's gone down, it's kind of zigged here and is zagging down. On the 3-day, we're seeing the zig, zag, zig. So it's a better buy because it's confirmed by a higher time frame as well. So anyway, this system is free for anybody to learn. it is very accurate. It has called this bottom where I bought here. It called this top where I sold here, sold out of my buying position. It called this bottom. It called this top. It's very accurate at knowing where these points are to be taking their trades. And to me, that's exactly what a trader needs in their, in their with their ability, right? What they need to be able to have the ability to turn the market into a profit curve, which is basically straight up. And that means you need to know when to sell and when to buy. So this is what this system actually provides for anybody who wants to learn how to use it. So I have written up a full understanding. I mean, you can get information on the stochastic RSI in other texts. This is not my oscillator, but I use it because it helps to confirm what I'm seeing down here. And you'll see these are two very different oscillators. They both produce these divergent signals, but this you can consider to be like a super divergent signals. This oscillator includes the time factor by cubed, I should say. I have the time cubed inside of this oscillator, and it's too much to explain in this video. But I do have it. Like if you go to my page, Jay Breland, I explain the oscillator, how to read it, and if you go to my YouTube channel, I explain in detail the background of how this works. And what I can say right now is that it's using physics math, which is what Isaac Newton developed for understanding the physics, how objects move in space. And so it uses that very well known, tried and true mathematics and I apply it to the markets. And this is why this works very well. I mean, it's the same math that rocket scientists use to get rockets, to planets. It's the same math that anybody who is in the science fields that needs to understand how motion behaves based on, what could be anything, a wrecking ball, it could be cars, it could be trains, and understanding how to how much brake force you need for a train or whatever. All this scientific understanding is here applied to the markets, and it works in the real world and also works in the markets. So this is why you this is a very good system, and it turns the market into a constant profit machine. Anyway, so if you want to know more information about how this works and you want a detailed understanding, and so I'm actually looking for traders that understand the system and want to trade it, and to develop a community of people, because I can't catch every single move, and it's good for people to understand how the system works and how to find good trades. There's many opportunities out there. So I'm looking for a group of people that are willing to learn this and kind of work together as a group to find good opportunities as they come along. So I'll post the information down below, and the YouTube channel link down below, so you can learn about how this works. So one last thing, in my YouTube channel, what I'm doing is I've explained how it all works. I've explained in detail the stochastic. I've explained the surge. I've explained how I use Fibonacci. And then now all I'm doing is I'm in real time calling out the trades. So you have that, and then you see the track record of me actually calling out the trades. And I will continue to call out the trades as they go along until people get that this system really explains how the market actually operates and allows you to become a profitable trader. So that's it for now. I wish you all the best. And lastly, I just want to say, we got another couple days, I think, in this market before I want to buy it. And I'll when that happens, I'll make another video. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.